Alrighty, let's see what we got today. Well, I'm already happy because I see Recruiter and I see 5 coppers in my hand. Let's look at the rest of this. So we got Recruiter for thinning. I think that's the only trashing, unless none of these trash. Magnate's draw, Lost City is draw, Encampment draws, Hireling is draw. Plenty of draw cards. Plus buy looks to be just Baron. There's also War Chest for gains. And for villages, we got Encampment, Recruiter, Lost City, Contract. So plenty of most of this stuff. Plus buy is a little bit limited. You got to play with Baron, so you probably don't want to kill all your estates. Given that there's reliable draw, you could always just keep one estate around, even if you wanted to play multiple Barons, and then play Baron, discard estate, redraw it on repeat as needed. So surely the answer is click Recruiter now and think later, right? I can't see any argument against that. Recruiter, easily like top 5 strongest card in the game, maybe higher. It's the only trasher. It's kind of a no-brainer in this situation. I guess I should consider, like, what about 3-4 or 4-3? 3-4, you could consider Citygate as a means to get to Recruiter. Or just Guardian and then buy Recruiter turn 2 might be better even. That appears to be what the bot's about to do. Yeah, that's probably better. Just guarantees that you get Recruiter and doesn't trigger a shuffle. On 4-3, probably the worst split. Baron Citygate. I'm gonna say probably Baron Citygate on 4-3. Anyways, I got 2. Encampment or Guardian? Probably the answer is Encampment, right? The only attack is Corsair, which does not seem remotely scary here. Yeah. Yes, Encampment's already making me happy. Recruiter turn 3 on its own doesn't trigger a shuffle, but Recruiter plus Encampment does. And triggering a shuffle here is really good because it means the Recruiter is going right back into the same shuffle, which is lovely. Probably War Chest now. Could also have been second Recruiter, perhaps. Take a Baron. So the Baron is going to miss an estate next turn, but that's actually not so bad. One of the things that I think mitigates the downside here is Baron is shy in this kingdom, which means you find it with a bunch of coppers no estate, you can just discard it for 2 cards, which is basically a laboratory effect. I might trash 1 copper here anyway. I definitely don't want to kill all my estates, given that Baron is the main plus buy card. The question is, do I want 1 estate or 2 estates? I was mentioning a second ago, you just have the 1 estate and redraw it consistently. One argument against that is there's no cantrips in this kingdom. So like you spend 2 draw every time you want to draw 1 estate. Maybe you keep 2 estates around. You play with like 2 Barons or 4 Barons. I don't know. I certainly don't, like 3 doesn't make any difference to me relative to 2 here. But it's buying Encampment regardless. I'm going to keep a second estate. I think Baron is important enough. And War Chest, Lost City. Probably Lost City, right? I don't think I have the deck control to support a second War Chest at the moment. Discard. Good job, Baron. I'm proud of you. I have an encampment. There's some argument for just encampment gold. It does violate one of the sacred rules of Dominion, which is don't buy gold. But encampment is one of the better cases for adding a gold to your deck. You can keep those around. It's not negligible. If I don't buy encampment gold, would be, I don't know, Citygate, second War Chest, Citygate and one of the draw cards, maybe second Recruiter. Hireling maybe in encampment. I think the gold is worth it with 2 encampments in my deck. Yeah, it looks like it's already paying off here. And just another Lost City. Is how I think Magnate draws pretty often here, and I have Villagers. Maybe Magnate's better than Lost City, actually. I don't want more gains soon. Do I want more gains here? Additional gains, I mean either War Chest or a second Baron. I think I want Hireling here. Also, wait. War Chest. Get a card costing up to 5 that hasn't been named for War Chest this turn. Bot named Hireling. I'll leave that as an exercise to the reader to figure out why that wasn't necessarily the best play of all time. I think probably just Hireling and a draw card, and then add a third gain next turn. Seems a little bit safer. Think it's worth discarding this. If I find the Magnate, I'm likely to draw back around to it. Can I afford to trash copper, or should I trash a state? This might draw 1 treasure. This draws 2, this would draw 4. That would be enough, yeah. I also forgot that I had another encampment. I want another Baron, for sure. Might as well take it here. Hireling Magnate? Is Hireling War Chest too greedy? Like if I find my Magnate, I probably draw my deck, but I do only have the 1. I also only have the 1 gold at the moment. That's probably a little bit too greedy, right? I'm going to just say Hireling Magnate and play it safe. Hireling War Chest, I think, would be the really greedy play that pays off if I draw, but I don't want to take that risk. Don't think Corsair matters here at all. I should probably get a Guardian at some point, maybe, so I can play the gold. But like, if I don't play the gold, who cares? There's plenty of cheap stuff, namely encampments, that I'd be happy to buy. So hitting a high price point is not important. Discard. Do I want to burn a villager to trash a copper? I don't think I have a burning desire to do that right now. I think I got plenty of draw. What do I want to gain? Second War Chest, I think sounds good. What am I adding? At least 1 encampment. Another Baron? Just like Baron Lost City? Sounds alright. Probably this turn I should add a gold or a plunder, so I don't have to find the 1 gold on the top. Once I add plunder, I can also probably recruit the gold for villagers. Might be a thing that's worth doing, just because I don't know that it's worth getting 2 guardians. You need to have 1 guardian play every other turn to block the Corsair. It's worth getting 2 guardians just to play gold. I don't think so. All right. Well, goodbye, villagers. It's nice knowing you. Do I want to trash something now? Kinda, yeah. I could play the gold this turn, actually. There's no Corsair in play. Maybe the Lost City dies. I want villagers just in case I have a hand, like I think just a second ago, this turn, where I've got a magnate, for example, that I want to play. And I want to play it before my encampments. So I think having villagers seems pretty good. So either the gold or the lost city dies, probably. Don't really value either of them too highly. In principle, I'm going to kill the gold to atone for my earlier sins. What you gonna name? Even a third war chest sounds pretty reasonable here. There's a decent number of stuff that is well worth gaining off of the war chests. Sure, third war chest it is. It's hard to say with too much precision, like the exact order of buys. There's a bunch of stuff here that's nice in general. You click one of the trashers, you click some amount of draw, you add a little bit of payload, a little bit more draw, and you want to balance that. But the way to do that is inherently a tad imprecise. Is contract going to be worth any points? I have these encampments. Maybe I get a contract. I don't know. I'm just looking at all the shiny things and going, ooh, contract. If I play a contract a few times before the game ends, it's going to score some points. Sure, let's take I don't know what I'm doing. There's a lot of reasonably good stuff. None of it super important. City Gate. At this point, City Gate's probably not doing too much. I've already got 2 hirelings, 7 cards of a 7-card starting hand is not super likely to dead anyway. But there's nothing else for 3 that looked all that great. Guardian would have been okay. I mean, it would be 2 points at the end of the game, probably, with contract. But I've already killed the gold, so the Corsair attack isn't affecting me. Okadokie. It's a little bit of an awkward hand. Want to play the encampments as late as possible to find the plunder. I want to play the magnet as late as possible to have more treasures in hand. So I guess I recruit now, and something dies. An estate, I suppose. Well, goodbye encampments. Shoot. Well, this was an unhappy occurrence. A very unhappy occurrence. So get an estate back and another one. Obviously that turn could have gone a little bit better. Probably I should have just maybe burned 1 encampment early, and then my magnets would have drawn a little bit more. Just accepted that I was likely to lose one of them. If you ever wanted to conserve a villager, something funny you could do. You play a contract which plays a hireling, which causes the hireling to be played at the start of turn. You would actually immediately get the +1 card. Like normally if you play hireling, you don't get the immediate +1 card because it only triggers at the start of the next turn. But if you played at the start of your turn, you're still in the start of turn window, and so a contracted hireling draws immediately. So you're not actually delaying the hireling turn when you think about it. The downside of doing that, if you don't need to conserve a villager, is the contract gets stuck out of play for 1 turn. Or maybe, does it get stuck out permanently, maybe? No, just for the 1 turn. Duration cards are only going to stay out. Cards that play duration cards additional times stay out as long as the durations do. But if the contract just plays hireling once, it doesn't stay out an additional turn. Anyways, I should buy something. I don't know, Baron. I really don't know what I want. Is such thing as too many barons? Let's find out. That was very much an impulse buy. Depending what the bot does, this could potentially threaten a pilot next turn. Like if they lower the encampments, then Baron Plunder Estate becomes a realistic threat. Alright, estates are getting low. Gotta be province, I think, given the state of the piles. Bot, you are one greedy... I don't know what noun I wanted to follow that up with. At this point, it's too late. Sentence is just lost. Alright, let's see what we can do. Oh, am I a little bit short on draw? Actually, I probably want to play at least one of these barons to gain estates anyway. I'm looking for a pile out. This just looks like a win. You can't fight fake bot. I guess there's nothing of value for this last one to gain. I don't think I have nearly enough favors for this Guardian to be worth points. And some colonies, I guess. Or duchy. I'm not gonna say my play on the back half of this kingdom was the most precise ever, necessarily. I think there was just enough of an early game lead that it wasn't gonna matter all too much. I think there's a lot of flexibility in what the exact composition of the deck ends up looking like, but the general game plan, I think, is just perfectly clear here. You want to get a recruiter early, you want to thin a bit, you want to add some gains, you want to add some draw, gains, draw, etc. And the question is how to balance that.